Hello and welcome to English Inspire. I'm Abdul Salam, and in this video I'm going to give you all the important information and tips to help you score high and be successful in the IELTS listening test. First, I'll review the exam content with you, then I'll discuss the question types, and after that I'll give you a lot of tips and strategies that are proven to be useful in the IELTS listening test. There is only one IELTS listening test, and it's the same for IELTS Academic, IELTS General Training, IELTS Indicator, and the computer delivered IELTS. It will take about 30 minutes, and of course you will get an extra 10 minutes to transfer your answers to an answer sheet. How many questions are in the listening test? In the listening test, there are 40 questions and you will get 1 mark for each correct answer. How many parts or sections are in the listening test? There are 4 sections or parts in the listening test. Section 1 is a conversation between 2 people in an everyday social context. For example, a conversation in an accommodation agency. Section 2 is a talk by one speaker in a non-academic social context. For example, a speech on local families. Section 3 is a conversation between up to 4 people in an educational or training context, like a university professor is discussing an assignment with his student or students. Section 4 is a talk on academic subject, for example, a university lecture or talk. Let's move on to talk about the question types in the listening test. In multiple choice questions, there are questions followed by 3 possible answers, and you need to choose one correct answer, A, B, or C. In matching questions, you're required to match a list of numbered items from the listening text to a set of options on the question paper. Another question type in the listening test would be diagram or map labeling, where you get a list of names or labels and you're required to listen and add them to a map of a town or a building as an example. Form completion or sentence completion is another type of the IELTS listening questions in which test takers are required to fill in the gaps in sentences or in an outline of part or of all the listening text. Moving on to the tips or techniques that you need to follow in order to be successful in the listening test. In the listening test, the recording will be played once only, so try to improve your listening abilities and skills before going into the test by practicing various listening exercises and practice tests or materials. Make sure you read all the questions before you listen, because you need to know why you're listening and what are you listening to. Try always to guess what the answer might be before you listen and decide what type of word fits in each gap. Is it a noun, verb, adverb, or adjective? And always try to check your answers at the end of each section thoroughly. Follow the instructions very carefully because you need to know the number of words or numbers you're required to write in each gap. Increase your English vocab. For example, in section 3, it's always about education, a tutor talking to his students as an example. So try to learn all the vocabulary you can about studying at university. This is all about the IELTS listening test. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon to receive our next videos. See you.